11 o'clock, we got number 3, Oklahoma traveling to Kansas. Oklahoma's favored 38.5 points on ESPN. Oklahoma last week proved me wrong. They covered the spread. First time they've covered the spread against a Power 5 opponent all year. Caleb Williams just seems to have a different spark with this offense that Spencer Rattler just simply didn't have. Went 18 to 23 for 295 yards, 4 touchdowns, 0 picks. Kennedy Brooks on 20 carries for 153 yards and a touchdown. Michael Woods had 3 catches for 75 yards. Now, I wouldn't get too full of myself against if you're Oklahoma because ECU's not a pretty solid football team. You got some much tougher teams ahead of you. You still have an Iowa State game ahead of you that looks really difficult the way that Iowa State's playing. You have an Oklahoma State game at the end of the year. You have Baylor coming up at some point. You still have arguably your 3 toughest games left, really. So it's going to be interesting, that's for sure. This one's not all that interesting, though. Kansas is something like 1-5. They lost 41-14 to Texas Tech last week. Jason Beam went 11-21, threw for 80 yards, 0 touchdowns and a pick. Not the best day if you're the starting quarterback for a football team. Devin Neal had 15 carries for 54 yards, and Luke Grimm had 3 catches for 33 yards and a touchdown. So Oklahoma's 78-27 all-time against Kansas, which honestly, it surprised me that Kansas won 27 games. Now, that's, to be fair, I was not alive. That's a 16-game win streak for Oklahoma. The Kansas has not won since 1997. This is just an obvious Oklahoma win. It's like Lance Leipold can think all he wants, that he's going to make his team better, and it's going to be like a whole thing. No. Sorry, dude. Kansas is a long-term project, and maybe you can turn them around, maybe you can make them a decent football team. I mean, people have done crazier things. I mean, Sonny Dykes is transferring SMU into a good program after getting the death penalty. I mean, Rutgers has somewhat turned around. I mean, programs that have sucked for a long time have been turned around, but this is not a Kansas team that I have a lot of faith in to win a football game. It's just not the talent that Lance Leipold had at Buffalo. He just doesn't have at Kansas, which is an insane statement, but it's true. I would rather go to Buffalo to play football than Kansas. If we're going to be honest, Buffalo at least shows that they have a path to the NFL. Buffalo players haven't made it into the NFL before. I can't name a single Kansas player. I can't name a single Kansas player in the league right now. Aqib Talib used to be there, but he's not anymore. I could not name a Kansas player if you asked me to. I can name some Buffalo players. Jarrett Patterson went to Buffalo. Tyree Jackson went to Buffalo. There's some Buffalo players in the NFL. There's just no Kansas players, and it's just I don't think Kansas has the talent here to even really keep it close with Kansas. Lance Leipold, I believe, is a good head coach, and maybe he can turn it around in Kansas. But honestly, this is a rough program to get your first Power 5 head coaching gig with, and I just don't think you can win today. Sorry, Oklahoma's just gonna obliterate Kansas. Give me Oklahoma to win and cover the spread.